Part 3. Life in the Lane Behind the Scenes. There are plenty of things fans do want to know about Bugs Bunny's history. We're going to uncover them all right now. The truth about Bugs' house. Bugs Bunny lived in a burrow under a tree in the middle of a forest, right next to a hill. And his house was pretty much a secret for decades. It wasn't until 1950s that someone finally drew it out for everyone to see. So here's the deal. The place where Bugs lived was never called a house. They just referred to it as the burrow. It had 3 entrances: the front door, a back door, and this little secret entrance. And if you go inside, there were 2 main rooms. You had this dining room area, then you had this bedroom area, then you had this long hallway. And at the end of the hallway, you could either go left into this drawing room or right into the kitchen. Then, if you went upstairs, you had this whole second floor, which included a bathroom, a storage room, a sewing room, and of course, the most important room, the war room, where Bugs would come up with his schemes and plans to outsmart Elmer Fudd and the other bad guys. But before we move on, write your favorite Bugs Bunny quote in the comments. Let's see how many we can get. Okay, moving on. The unreleased music. While Bugs Bunny was known for his cleverness, did you know he actually started out as a singer? Yep, believe it or not, the first few cartoons featuring Bugs had him as a crooning rabbit. He even sang the song, "He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother in the Short Wabbit," Twubble, 1941. But after audiences weren't too keen on Bugs as a singer, the animators dropped the music notes and focused on his comedic side. And we all know how that turned out. Luckily, there are recordings of his singing available, so we can hear what could have been. Bugs' unlikely friends. While Bugs Bunny was often shown as a loner, he had a surprising number of friends from different walks of life. He was good friends with Foghorn, Leghorn, the loud proud rooster, Porky Pig, the stuttering but lovable pig, and even Yosemite Sam, the hot-headed gunslinger. These friendships, while sometimes chaotic, showed that Bugs wasn't just clever, he was also kind-hearted and loyal. He could befriend anyone, no matter how different they were from him. This is a secret that makes Bugs Bunny even more likable and proves that intelligence isn't everything. Kindness matters too. The mystery of Bugs' parents. We all know Bugs Bunny as a fully grown adult rabbit, but have you ever wondered about his childhood or where he got his street smarts? Well, the truth is there are no official stories revealing anything about his parents or upbringing. Throughout his many appearances, we've never seen a mother or father figure. It's like Bugs just popped into existence as a fully fledged character. Some say it adds to his charm as a mysterious lone wolf. Others wish we'd seen more of his backstory. Since there are no official stories, fan theories range from his parents abandoned him, making him self-reliant. He grew up in an orphanage or foster care, learning to be clever to survive. He was raised by a human family, giving him his human-like qualities. The truth is, we may never know, but it does raise questions about nature versus nurture. Was Bugs born with his street smarts, or did his upbringing shape him? Since we don't know much about his past, we can only guess. But maybe that's part of what makes Bugs so intriguing. He's a complete enigma. The legacy of a superstar, but as time went on, new generations of viewers fell in love with Bugs. From the 1960s onwards, he kept reinventing himself. Bugs starred in TV specials like Bugs Bunny's Christmas Special and Her Devil Hair. In 1978, feature-length movies like The Bugs Bunny, Roadrunner movie, and Space Jam 1996. He even voiced himself in live-action cameos. Throughout all these projects, Bugs proved that he wasn't just a product of the 1940s. He could adapt and make new fans over time. His classic humor continues to entertain people of all ages. Bugs Bunny shows us that true comedy never gets old. Bugs Bunny today. So what is Bugs Bunny up to nowadays? Well, as it turns out, he's busier than ever. He might be 84 years old, but he's showing no signs of slowing down. Nowadays, Bugs can be seen appearing in commercials for brands like Michelin Tires and the NBA, hosting the Cartoon Network show Cartoon Planet, along with other Looney Tunes characters, making surprise appearances at Warner Bros. Theme parks. His image is also used to promote all sorts of products. You can find Bugs Bunny merchandise everywhere, from clothing to toys to home decor. But he doesn't just endorse anything. He carefully chooses products that align with his fun-loving and clever brand. This helps him stay relevant and ensures that his fans feel good about supporting him. After all, Bugs Bunny isn't just a cartoon character. He's become a cultural icon. His wit, charm, and ability to connect with people of all ages continue to make him one of the most beloved animated characters of all time. So what do you think about the secrets of Bugs Bunny? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to share this video with others. If you're a big fan, remember to subscribe for more entertaining videos. Thanks for watching. See you next time. You'd be hard-pressed to find someone who hasn't heard of Bugs Bunny, the iconic cartoon rabbit who has been making us laugh since 1940. But if you ask any average Joe about him, they'll probably tell you about his trademark carrot munching, his catchphrase, "What's up, Doc?" and how he outsmarts everyone from Elmer Fudd to Yosemite Sam. But there's more to this seemingly simple character than meets the eye. In today's episode, we're going beyond the carrots and double crosses to uncover the hidden symbolism embedded in Bugs Bunny. The stuff that made him not only a beloved children's character, but also a pop culture phenomenon. So grab your carrots, kids, because we're about to go down the rabbit hole. Part 2. The birth of a legend. In the early days of Hollywood, Warner Brothers was looking for a character that could rival Disney's Mickey Mouse. Thus, on July 27, 1940, Bugs Bunny made his debut in the short film A Wild Hare. Unlike other cartoon rabbits, Bugs was portrayed as a tricksy, witty animal who could talk and was always ready with a clever comeback. It wasn't long before audiences fell in love with him. But the creators of Bugs, Tex Avery and Chuck Jones, had something else in mind. They were crafting a character that would resonate with people of all ages. A character for all ages from the start. Bugs was designed to be funny for both kids and adults. For children, he was an amusing, fast-talking rabbit who seemed to be having the time of his life. For adults, however, the writers wove in subtle jokes and references that elevated Bugs from a mere cartoon character to a cultural icon. These layers of humor are what made Bugs so enduring. Over the years, his appeal didn't fade as newer characters came and went. Cleverness over strength. While most cartoon heroes were portrayed as physically strong, Bugs Bunny had no such advantage. He stood out because he was small and quick-witted. In a world dominated by bigger, stronger characters, Bugs showed that brains, not brawn, was the ultimate asset. This was a refreshing change and resonated with audiences who saw themselves as underdogs in their own lives. Part 3. Bugs Bunny in pop culture and his hidden symbolism. By the 1940s and 1950s, Bugs Bunny was no longer just a cartoon character. He had become a pop culture phenomenon. Children loved him for his comedy, but adults started noticing a deeper layer. Bugs represented cleverness, rebellion, and survival in a tough world. Bugs as a wartime icon. During World War II, Bugs Bunny was used in propaganda cartoons to boost American morale. He would outsmart enemies, mock dictators, and represent the spirit of America. In cartoons like Super Rabbit, 1943, Bugs even parodied Superman while promoting American strength. He was also shown mocking Adolf Hitler and other Axis leaders, symbolizing freedom against tyranny. For soldiers, Bugs was more than entertainment. He was a symbol of courage and wit. The hidden symbolism. Bugs Bunny isn't just a rabbit. He's often interpreted as a symbol of trickster archetype. Just like mythical figures, Loki or Anansi, Bugs uses cleverness instead of strength. Rebellion against authority. Whether it's Elmer Fudd, Yosemite Sam, or Marvin the Martian, Bugs always represents the underdog beating authority. Calm intelligence. He rarely gets angry. Instead, he stays cool and flips situations in his favor. This is why adults secretly enjoyed Bugs Bunny. He was more than just a cartoon. It was a life lesson in disguise. The Untold Truth About Bugs Bunny. Dark Secrets of Looney Tunes Part 4. The voice behind the bunny, behind every legendary character, is a voice actor who brings it to life. And for Bugs Bunny, that man was the legendary Mel Blanc. the man of 1,000 voices. Mel Blanc wasn't just a voice of Bugs Bunny. He also gave life to Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety, Sylvester the Cat, Yosemite Sam, and many more. His talent made him one of the greatest voice actors in history. Bugs' unique accent. Mel Blanc designed Bugs Bunny's voice to be a mix of Brooklyn and Bronx accents. This gave Bugs his street-smart, cool, and confident personality. When he said, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" it sounded casual, yet clever, exactly the way Bugs was meant to be. Fun fact, Mel Blanc once got into a car accident in 1961 and was in a coma. When doctors tried talking to him, he first responded in Bugs Bunny's voice. That's how deeply he connected with the character. The life and legacy of Mel Blanc. Now let's take a closer look at the man whose voice brought Bugs Bunny to life. Born in 1908 in a small town called Bridgeport, Connecticut, Mel Blanc was always interested in acting. He honed his skills in high school and college, quickly becoming known for his ability to mimic different voices. After graduation, he moved to New York City, where he began performing in nightclubs and radio shows. Blanc's big break came when he landed a job as a voice actor at the Walt Disney Studios in the late 1930s. Although he didn't work directly on Mickey Mouse, he contributed significantly to other famous Disney creations like Donald Duck and Goofy. However, Blanc's true genius shone through when he was given the opportunity to create a new character for Warner Brothers, a fast-talking rabbit named Bugs Bunny. From the moment Blanc first uttered the words, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" it was clear that he had created something special. Bugs Bunny's unique blend of sarcasm, wit, and cool confidence became a hit with audiences of all ages. Soon, Blanc's voice was synonymous with Bugs, a bond that transcended the screen and airwaves. People would recognize and love him as much for his portrayal of Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety Bird, Sylvester the Cat, and Yosemite Sam. The impact of Mel Blanc's voice work cannot be overstated. He helped elevate Bugs Bunny from a cartoon character to a cultural icon, a symbol of cleverness, resilience, and rebellion. By giving Bugs his signature sarcastic drawl, Blanc allowed audiences to connect with a character who was not only funny, but also deeply human in his ability to use his wits to survive in a chaotic world. Moreover, Blanc's dedication to his craft is reflected in the sheer volume of his work. At a time when voice acting was considered a secondary form of entertainment, he recorded hundreds of cartoons featuring Bugs and other Looney Tunes characters, ensuring that their comedic legacy would live on for generations. As we delve deeper into the symbolism of Bugs Bunny, it's important to remember that Blanc's portrayal was integral to creating a character who could hold up a mirror to our own humanity. Through Bugs, we see ourselves, our struggles, our triumphs, and our capacity for both great and small acts of courage. By understanding the brilliance of Mel Blanc's voice work, we can fully appreciate the depth and complexity of the character he helped create. So there you have it, folks. Bugs Bunny, the little rabbit who could, has been captivating hearts for over 8 decades. His blend of cleverness, sarcasm, and rebellion resonates with audiences across generations. And the masterful voice of Mel Blanc brings these qualities to life in a way that is both hilarious and thought-provoking. Next time you hear those familiar words, "What's up, Doc?" take a moment to appreciate the wit, the charm, and the sheer brilliance that makes Bugs Bunny one of the greatest cartoon characters of all time. Bugs Bunny's greatest rivalries. Every hero needs an enemy, and Bugs Bunny had plenty. His battles with rivals are what made him so iconic. Each villain represented a different kind of challenge, and Bugs always found a clever way to win. Elmer Fudd, the Eternal Hunter. Elmer Fudd is perhaps Bugs' most famous rival. His constant goal, catch the wabbit. Despite having the gun, Elmer almost always loses because Bugs tricks him with disguises, wordplay, and clever traps. This rivalry symbolizes brains over brawn. Bugs doesn't fight with strength. He wins with wit. Yosemite Sam, the hothead. Yosemite Sam is short-tempered, loud, and aggressive. Unlike Elmer, he's more dangerous because of his guns and wild temper. Yet, Bugs always turns Sam's anger against him, making him trip over his own schemes. Sam represents rage and pride, while Bugs represents patience and calmness, and calmness always wins. Marvin the Martian, the alien genius. Marvin is intelligent, quiet, and deadly. He often wants to blow up Earth for space real estate. Bugs still manages to stop him, showing how wit can even defeat science and technology. Sylvester and others. Bugs even outsmarts Sylvester, Daffy at times, and many one-off villains. Each rivalry shows one truth: no matter who the enemy is, Bugs Bunny proves cleverness is the ultimate power. The Untold Truth About Bugs Bunny. Dark Secrets of Looney Tunes. Part 6. Controversial Cartoons and Dark Secrets. While Bugs Bunny is beloved worldwide, not all of his history is innocent. Some early cartoons contained controversial and dark elements that many fans don't know about. The Censored 11. Warner Brothers once created cartoons that contained racist and offensive stereotypes. These episodes were later banned and placed in a group called the Censored 11. Some included Bugs Bunny in situations with offensive caricatures. During World War II, Bugs was used in cartoons to mock enemies. While they boosted morale at the time, some episodes are now seen as politically incorrect because of their exaggerated depictions of different groups. The Dark Bugs Bunny. Some fans point out that Bugs, while funny, could also be cruel at times. He didn't just outsmart enemies. Sometimes he tormented them beyond reason. This raises the question: was Bugs always a hero, or did he sometimes cross the line into villain territory? Legacy of the Controversies. Even though some episodes are problematic by today's standards, they also show how far animation has come. Bugs Bunny's character grew from these mistakes into the clever, lovable figure we know today. Now it's time for the next episode in this series. Check out the link below for more. Bugs Bunny may be a rabbit, but his impact on the world has been anything but small. From his iconic ear to his smart retorts, this cartoon changed the game and became part of our culture. So let's explore what made him such a big deal and how he kept staying that way. Part 7. Bugs Bunny's rise as a global icon. Bugs Bunny didn't just stay a cartoon character. He became a worldwide cultural symbol. His catchphrases, style, and humor crossed all boundaries. Bugs goes international. Bugs Bunny cartoons were translated into dozens of languages. Even in countries where English wasn't common, his expressions and body language made him funny to everyone. In the 1950s-70s, his cartoons were shown in cinemas across Europe and Asia. Awards and recognition. Bugs Bunny has an Academy Award Oscar for Nighty Night Bugs, 1958. He's been nominated multiple times, showing Hollywood's respect for animated comedy. In 1985, Bugs Bunny was the first cartoon character ever honored with a U.S. postage stamp. Television success. When TV became popular, Looney Tunes reruns introduced Bugs to new generations. The Looney Tunes show and Merry Melodies made him a household name. His charm worked across black and white TV, color screens, and even digital animation. Pop culture icon. Bugs Bunny wasn't just a cartoon. He became a cultural icon, mentioned in songs, comedy sketches, and even political cartoons. His "What's Up, Doc?" became as famous as Mickey Mouse's ears. Now that we know how Bugs conquered the world, let's uncover some hidden truths about his journey to stardom. Ever wonder why Bugs Bunny's fur seemed to change color? Well, it's because he wore different colored jackets throughout the years. These weren't random choices. They matched the style of each era, from the cool gray of the 40s to the vibrant orange of the 60s. And of course, there was the iconic pink and blue look from the classic What's Opera, Doc? This cartoon broke records by being the first to feature sound and color in the same scene. But did you know that the sound wasn't supposed to be that way? Initially, the studio planned to release it as a silent film, but the addition of sound effects and music elevated it to a whole new level, showcasing the talent of the creative team behind the scenes. Speaking of the team, Tex Avery was the mastermind behind many of these iconic moments. He joined the studio in 1931 and quickly made a name for himself by directing unforgettable shorts. But his influence went beyond the screen. Avery also taught aspiring animators, passing on his skills and shaping the future of animation. One of his students was none other than Chuck Jones, who took Avery's lessons and applied them to the world of Looney Tunes. Under Jones' direction, Bugs Bunny became a global phenomenon. What's your favorite Bugs Bunny moment? Share your thoughts below and get ready for more adventures in Part 8. Howdy folks, just wanted to take a quick break to invite you to subscribe to our channel. If you love these videos, imagine the possibilities when you hit that subscribe button. We've got a ton of awesome stuff coming your way, and subscribing ensures you don't miss out on any of the fun. So go ahead and join our growing family. It's super easy. Just click that button and ta-da, you're in. Don't worry, we won't spam your feed. Your email will stay safe with us. Thanks for listening, and now let's get back to the show. Part 8. Bugs Bunny's influence on modern cartoons. Bugs Bunny didn't just make people laugh. He inspired an entire generation of animators and comedians. His legacy can be seen everywhere in modern pop culture. Shaping cartoon humor. Bugs introduced the idea of a smart trickster hero. Modern shows like The Simpsons, Family Guy, and Rick and Morty all borrow from his satirical humor. Even SpongeBob SquarePants has Bugs' mischievous DNA in his comedy. Influence on characters. Deadpool Marvel often breaks the fourth wall. Just like Bugs did in the 1940s, Animaniacs, Tiny Toon Adventures, and other Warner Brothers projects were built on Bugs' style. His clever wordplay inspired witty writing in kids' and adult shows alike. Bugs in movies. Bugs also opened the door for animated characters to star alongside real humans. Space Jam 1996, with Michael Jordan, proved cartoons could be box office stars. Without Bugs, crossover hits like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and Space Jam, a new legacy might never have happened. Lasting legacy. Even today, Bugs Bunny's influence is everywhere. Meme culture uses his images daily. He's become a symbol of rebellion, cleverness, and fun for generations. Now watch another epic cartoon character and learn their untold secrets. Or check out the next video in the series. Ever wonder what makes Bugs Bunny so darn cool? What's behind that floppy ear and that cheeky grin? Well, let's dig into the art of being Bugs Bunny. Art 9. Behind the voice of Bugs Bunny. The soul of Bugs Bunny is not just his clever tricks or smart attitude, it's his voice. That witty, confident, and playful sound made him unforgettable. Mel Blanc, the man of 1,000 voices. Bugs Bunny's original voice was given by Mel Blanc, famously known as the man of 1,000 voices. Blanc also voiced nearly every major Looney Tunes character: Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Tweety, Yosemite Sam, and many more. His unique delivery gave Bugs Bunny a mischievous yet cool personality that audiences loved. "What's up, Doc?" The famous catchphrase. This iconic phrase was actually an improvisation by Mel Blanc. Writers wanted a natural greeting, and Blanc casually said, "What's up, Doc?" and it became Bugs Bunny's signature line. Today, it's one of the most recognizable catchphrases in cartoon history. Music and performance. Bugs Bunny wasn't just about jokes. He also had a musical side. In several episodes, Bugs performed as an opera singer, jazz musician, or country performer, all voiced by Mel Blanc. This versatility made Bugs more than a cartoon. He became a performing legend. Legacy. After Mel Blanc passed away in 1989, Warner Brothers hired new voice actors. Each actor had to carry the heavy responsibility of keeping Bugs' charm, wit, and energy alive. This proves that Bugs Bunny is not just a character, but a performance tradition passed through generations. Now that we know about Bugs' charm, let's uncover some secrets from the Looney Tunes vault. Some facts you might not know. You ready? Get set. Here we go. Art 3. The Dark Secrets of Looney Tunes, Part 10. Early influences. Before Warner Brothers bought the Merry Melodies and later started producing Looney Tunes, these short films were distributed by Leon Schlesinger Productions, originally released as part of the Merry Melodies series. The first Bugs Bunny cartoon was titled A Wild Hare and featured him outsmarting Elmer Fudd. However, this version of Bugs was much different from the one we know and love. His appearance and personality underwent significant changes over the next few years, eventually leading to the Bugs Bunny we all recognize today. During the early days of his appearances, Bugs Bunny didn't have his trademark carrot. Instead, he enjoyed a nice, juicy apple. This detail might seem insignificant, but it reflects the evolution of the character as the animators experimented with different aspects of his persona. Moreover, early versions of Bugs were quite rascally, often resorting to pranks like hiding in Fudd's house and scaring him. While these antics were amusing, they didn't showcase the quick wit and intelligence that would become Bugs' defining traits. The inclusion of the carrot and the refinement of his personality marked a turning point for the character, solidifying his status as a beloved icon of animation. Art. 4. Censorship and changes over the years. Censorship played a big role in shaping Bugs Bunny and other Looney Tunes characters. Originally, Porky Pig had a lisp and Yosemite Sam was a heavy drinker. These characteristics were seen as controversial and were toned down or removed entirely. Even Bugs Bunny wasn't immune to censorship. In the early 1950s, references to hunting and guns were removed from his interactions with Elmer Fudd due to concerns about violence. This practice of removing certain aspects of the characters was common throughout the animation industry at the time, as studios tried to navigate changing societal norms and expectations. Interestingly, these changes weren't just imposed from outside, but were sometimes initiated by the studios themselves. For example, the removal of Porky Pig's lisp might have been an attempt to make him more appealing to audiences. Similarly, the toning down of Yosemite Sam's drinking could be seen as an effort to present a more family-friendly image. However, despite these changes, the core personalities of the characters remained intact. Bugs Bunny continued to be clever and charismatic. Porky Pig remained lovable and somewhat timid, and Yosemite Sam continued to be hot-headed and quick to anger. This adaptability and resilience in the face of censorship contributed to the longevity and popularity of these characters. They were able to evolve and change while still retaining their essential traits, allowing them to resonate with audiences across generations. Before we wrap things up, remember to hit that like button if you've enjoyed this journey into the world of Bugs Bunny. We've barely scratched the surface of this iconic character's legacy. So please share your favorite Bugs Bunny moments or facts in the comments below. Your comments make our day. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more fun, facts, and stories. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into the iconic world of Bugs Bunny, the tricksy rabbit who's been entertaining audiences for generations. But there's more to this beloved character than meets the eye. So get ready to uncover the fascinating secrets, hidden meanings, and surprising facts about Bugs Bunny that you never knew you needed. Part 13. The Dark Secrets of Bugs Bunny. Even though Bugs Bunny is remembered as a funny, witty character, his history hides a few dark secrets that many fans don't know. Bugs Bunny and controversial cartoons. In the 1940s and 1950s, some Bugs Bunny cartoons included racist and offensive stereotypes. These episodes were later banned and are rarely shown today. Warner Brothers admitted these cartoons reflected the cultural issues of the past. Bugs as a trickster, but also a villain. While Bugs is usually the hero, sometimes he crosses the line. In certain episodes, his pranks become too harsh, making him look more like the villain than the victim. This dual role adds a dark layer to his character. He isn't always innocent. Bugs Bunny and propaganda. During World War II, Bugs was used in propaganda cartoons. He was shown fighting enemies like Hitler and the Japanese army. These cartoons were used for morale, but are now considered politically dark. The price of fame. Behind Bugs Bunny's success, the animators worked under extreme stress. They had tough deadlines, limited budgets, and often suffered from burnout. Bugs' stardom came at the cost of the mental health of those who created him. Part 14. Hidden Symbolism in Bugs Bunny. Now let's uncover the secret symbolism in Bugs Bunny. The trickster archetype. Bugs Bunny represents the trickster figure found in mythology, like Loki in Norse myths or Anansi in African folklore. Bugs uses wit over strength. This makes him a universal symbol of intelligence defeating power. Bugs Bunny as social commentary. His constant battles with characters like Elmer Fudd symbolize the fight between the weak and the powerful. Bugs wins not by strength, but through creativity and cleverness. This reflected the struggles of ordinary people against authority in real life. Symbol of freedom. Bugs Bunny often breaks rules and refuses to follow society's expectations. This made him a symbol of rebellion and freedom, especially during times of war and cultural change. Humor as a weapon. Bugs Bunny shows that humor can defeat anger, fear, and oppression. His catchphrase, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" is a calm response to danger, teaching fans to face problems with confidence and humor. Now let's dive into the fascinating evolution of Bugs Bunny's iconic look. From his trademark carrot to his forever unfinished symphony, Bugs Bunny's style has become one of the most recognizable in animation history. But have you ever wondered why he wears a jacket? Well, the answer might surprise you. When Bugs first appeared on screen in the 1940 short, A Wild Hare, he didn't wear a jacket at all. In fact, he was naked except for his shoes. But as the character's popularity grew, so did the need for more defined characteristics. Enter the jacket. It not only made Bugs more visually appealing, but also gave him a touch of sophistication and charm. And let's not forget about his gardening gloves. Originally, Bugs wore them because the carrot he was munching on was freshly dug. However, the gloves quickly became an integral part of his attire. These small yet significant details in Bugs' appearance have contributed to his enduring appeal, making him the timeless cartoon icon we know and love today. As we conclude our exploration of Bugs Bunny, it's clear that this seemingly simple cartoon character has a lot more depth than meets the eye. From his mischievous nature to his iconic look, every aspect of Bugs has a story to tell. We hope you've enjoyed learning more about your favorite Trixie Rabbit. If you're a fan of classic cartoons and want to stay up to date on all things animation, be sure to subscribe to our channel. With that said, until next time, keep being you, and remember to always find the magic in the everyday. After all, as Bugs himself would say, "Hey, what's up, Doc?" Hey, everyone, it's me. Today we're going to look at the untold truth about Bugs Bunny. Part 15, The Secret Truth About Bugs Bunny. Part 15, Bugs Bunny's Legacy. Bugs Bunny is not just a cartoon character. He is a legend of animation. His influence has shaped the entire world of cartoons and continues to inspire generations. Before we start, make sure you hit that like button for more videos. Let's begin. The Untouchables. One of the reasons behind Bugs Bunny's popularity is his association with the legendary Looney Tunes. But what many people don't know is that Bugs actually predates the Looney Tunes. He first appeared in a short called A Wild Hare in 1940. After this initial appearance, it wasn't long before Bugs became the star of his own series. When Warner Brothers merged with Leon Schlesinger Productions in 1944, Bugs found himself in a new realm of stardom. This marked the beginning of the golden age of Looney Tunes, with Bugs Bunny leading the charge. The impact of this merger on Bugs' career was monumental. Instead of being just another cartoon character, Bugs became a global phenomenon. Under the Looney Tunes banner, his popularity skyrocketed, and he soon became synonymous with the brand. The merge also brought Bugs together with other iconic characters like Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, and Sylvester the Cat. These collaborations led to some of the most memorable moments in animation history. Throughout the decades, Bugs continued to be at the forefront of Looney Tunes. His wit, charm, and ability to break the fourth wall made him a standout in the world of animation. Despite changes in animation styles and storytelling techniques, Bugs remained a constant, connecting generations of viewers through his timeless humor. His enduring legacy serves as a reminder of the impact of this legendary partnership between Warner Brothers and Leon Schlesinger Productions. Global superstar Bugs Bunny isn't just famous in the United States. He's a global superstar. Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes' global success. Bugs Bunny helped Looney Tunes become one of the biggest cartoon franchises in the world. From the 1940s until today, Bugs has appeared in movies, TV shows, video games, theme parks, and merchandise. His presence turned Warner Brothers into a giant in the entertainment industry. Bugs' fame spread far and wide, crossing borders and connecting audiences worldwide. He became a cultural ambassador of sorts, introducing American humor and animation to international viewers. Bugs' popularity in places like the UK, Japan, and Australia was just as big as it was back home in the US. This global success can be attributed to the universal appeal of Bugs' character and the timeless nature of his humor. His witty remarks and mischievous antics transcend cultural barriers, making him a beloved figure across the globe. Awards and recognition. Over the years, Bugs Bunny has been nominated for numerous awards and accolades. In 1958, he won an Academy Award for the cartoon Nighty Night Bugs. He also received several Primetime Emmy nominations for his work in television. In 1997, TV Guide ranked him as the greatest cartoon character of all time. And in 2004, he was inducted into the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Pop culture icon. Bugs Bunny has truly become a pop culture icon. His image and catchphrases are instantly recognizable around the world, even by those who aren't particularly fans of cartoons. "What's up, Doc?" and "Thank you very much" are just two examples of his sayings that have entered everyday speech. Bugs has appeared in everything from cereal boxes to billboards, and he's even had cameos in live-action films. He was even used as a promotional tool during World War II to encourage people to buy war bonds. The secret truth. Now, we reveal the secret truth. What is it? The secret truth is that Bugs Bunny is more than just a cartoon character. He is the official mascot of Warner Brothers. His face is on the company's merchandise, and he even appears at company events. He is the embodiment of the Warner Bros. Brand. Bugs' status as a cultural icon means that he is more than just a mascot. He is a symbol of the company's rich history and legacy of producing top-quality entertainment. Bugs' ability to connect with audiences of all ages has ensured that he remains a popular and effective ambassador for the company. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button for more entertaining and educational content. Also, let us know in the comments section what you think of the secret truth about Bugs Bunny. We would love to hear your thoughts.